Hello all, welcome you all to this channel of E-Square Training Consultants. In this video, we would be seeing lesson 4 of the concept averages and ages. You must have seen the basic notations as lesson 1, adding and removal of items of averages as lesson 2, replacement of items as lesson 3. And in this video, we would be seeing the averages with ages, ages with ratios and framing equation with years. So let's move on to the first question. The average age of husband, wife and their child 3 years ago was 27 years. So I'm going to take the present age of husband as H, the present age of wife as W and the present age of child as C. So 3 years ago, the age of husband would have been H minus 3. So the age of the wife 3 years ago as W minus 3 and age of the child 3 years ago as C minus 3. And it is also given that the average age of these three people 3 years ago. So now we have taken, on adding these three gives you the total age of husband, wife and child 3 years ago. But here this 27 is nothing else but the average. So by 3, why is it 3? Because of husband, wife and child, 3 members will be equal to 27. So if we are to calculate this equation or sort out this equation, I can multiply 3 with 27 and that gives me 81. So it becomes H plus W, that is wife, plus C, that is the present age of husband, plus wife plus C minus 9. This is minus 3, minus 3, minus 3 counts to minus 9 will be equal to 27 into 3, 81. So again this can be sorted out to husband, wife plus child, that is the present age of husband, wife and child is 81 plus 9 which is 90 years. So we got one equation that way. So when we are to solve the second line, and that of the wife and child 5 years ago was 20 years. So now I'm directly going to jump into the final step. So wife and child 5 years ago. So minus 5 that counts to minus 10 will be equal to. So the average is 20 here and there are 2 people taken into account. So 20 into 2 gives me 40. So I can directly write this as W plus C will be equal to 40 plus 10 which is 50. Now I have two equations. One of the equation takes the count of husband, wife and child as 90 years and the other equation takes the count of age of wife and child as 50 years. From these two equations I can directly say that the present age of husband, will be 90 minus 50 which is 40 years. So the present age of husband is what I'm supposed to find and that will be 40 years from the equation. So option D. So the next question is here. 5 years ago, the average age of P and Q. So taking the previous question as reference, I'm directly again going to write the step. The average age of P and Q 5 years ago. So P plus Q, the present age, I've taken the present age of P as P and the present age of Q as Q. So 5 years ago, it is P minus 5 and Q minus 5. So that counts to minus 10 was 15 years. Since there are two people, 15 into 2 gives me 30. So I can directly write the present age of P and the present age of Q counts to 30 plus 10, 40 years. So I've got one equation from the first statement and the second statement is that the average age of P, Q and R today is 20 years. So P plus Q plus R. So since it is today, it is the present age that they have taken will be equal to, remember 20 is the average. So if I have to take the total age 20 into 3, since there are 3 people, it is 20 into 3 which is 60 years. So I've got the second equation. Now I have two equations relating P and Q1 and P, Q and R1. So from these two equations I can easily say that the present age of R will be 60 minus 40 which is 20 years. And the question here is not to find the present age of R but the age of R after 10 years. So now if R's age is 20, after 10 years it will be 20 plus 10 which is 30. So 30 years will be the correct answer. So moving to the next question. Now this question relates ages and ratios. Let's say the present age of Mr. Sanyal is 3 times the age of his son. So Mr. Sanyal is the father and son is just son. So I'm going to take Mr. Sanyal's age, the present age of Mr. Sanyal as F and the present age of son as S. So F is equal to 3S. F is equal to 3S. So as per the equation, F is equal to 3S. Now 6 years hence, the ratio of their ages will be 5:2. So after 6 years, father's age, Mr. Sanyal's age will be F plus 6, and by the son's age will be S plus 6, and this ratio is 5/2. So on cross multiplying, this takes 2F. So let me write it down here. 2F plus 12 will be equal to 5S plus 30. And also we know F is equal to 3S. So if I am to if I am supposed to substitute 3S in the place of F, this becomes 6S. So 6S minus 5S is just S, which will be equal to 30 minus 12, 80. So son's present age will be 18 years. And if we are to substitute in this, we can directly find father's present age will be 18 into 3, which is 54 years. So this is one way of solving, but this is not the only way. We can also take out from the options, or directly by looking at the options you can tell the answer. I'll tell you the tip here. Now it says that 6 years hence, the ratio of their ages will be 5:2, and we are supposed to find the present age of the father. Now imagine the present age of the father or the options here. Now plus 6, okay, any option for that matter, plus 6 has to give you a number which is a multiple of 5 for the ratio to be 5:2. Because 6 years hence, the ratio of their ages will be 5:2. So some part of 5 is the age of father after 6 years. So if suppose I'm going to take 72 years as the present age of Sanyal, 72 plus 6 is definitely not going to be a multiple of 5. So 72 cannot be my answer option. 60 plus 6 again is 66, which is not a multiple of 5. So 60 years cannot be my option. 58 plus 6 again is not going to give me a number which is a multiple of 5. So 58 years cannot be my answer. But 54 plus 6 years will definitely be a multiple of 5. So since 60 is a multiple of 5, I would definitely say that 54 years will be the correct answer. So this is the other way of solving, that is taking from the options, comparing it with the ratios given there. Moving over to the next question. 6 years ago, Jose was twice as old as Joseph. So let us take the present age of Jose as A and the present age of Joseph as B. So here it is given that the ratio of their present ages is 9:5. So let us take A is equal to 9x, that is the present age of Jose is 9x, and the present age of Joseph is 5x. And the comparison given here is 6 years ago. So 6 years ago, A's age will be, so 6 years ago, A's age will be 9x minus 6 and B's age will be 5x minus 6. And it is also given that Jose was twice as old as Joseph. So it means 9x minus 6 will be equal to 2 times of 5x minus 6. So on solving this equation, this gives us 9x minus 6 will be equal to 10x minus 12. 10x minus 12. So if we are to solve this equation, we can get the value of x as 6. So if x is 6, we can easily find the difference between their present ages. So the difference between their present ages is the difference of 9 and 5, which is 4x. So since x is 6, 4x will be 6 into 4, which is 24. So the correct answer will be 24. Moving over to the next question. So we are moving over to the comparison of ages, and this is one of the beautiful questions here mentioned. In 10 years, A will be twice as old as B was 10 years ago. If A is now 9 years older than B, then the present age of B is. Now I'm going to take the present age of B as X. So if the present age of B is X, the present age of A will be X plus 9, because it is given that X is now 9 years older than B. So I have taken the present age of B as X and the present age of A will be X plus 9. So the question asked here is to find the percentage of b. That is, the value of x is what we are supposed to find. Let us move to the first statement. In 10 years. So in 10 years, A will be twice as old as B was 10 years ago. That is, x plus 9 in 10 years. So in another 10 years. So plus 10. Now this is the present age of A. In 10 years it will be plus 9 will be equal to twice. So 2 times of the, 2 times of age of B was 10 years ago. So was 10 years ago is x minus 10, because the present age of B is x. 10 years ago it would be x minus 10. So simple, on solving this equation you get x plus 19 will be equal to 2x minus 20. 2x minus 20. So I'll take x to the other side. 2x minus x is x. 20 to this side, and 20 plus 19 is going to be 39. So the present age of B will be 39 years, and that is option C. The next question is here, and it says A's age 6 years back was half of the total of B's and C's present age. So I'm going to take the present age of A as A, the present age of B as B, and the present age of C as C. So A's age 6 years back will be A minus 6 will be equal to half of the total age of B and C's present age. So as in the equation we have just framed. So you can take 2 to the other side. So this derives to 2a minus 6 will be equal to b plus c. Let us just put this on hold. The second statement is if c is 2 years older than b, so c will be equal to 2 plus b. What is a's percentage? So in order to find a's percentage, probably we can take it from here. So 2a minus 6, I'm going to take it to the other side. In the place of b, I can just place b as such, and in the place of c, I can take as 2 plus b. Still I have minus 6 which is coming to this side as plus 6. So 2a will be equal to 2b plus 8. Even if I'm reducing this equation, this can be like a will be equal to b plus 4. There are two unknowns in this equation, so that you cannot find the answer unless and otherwise additional data is given. So the correct option is CBD, which stands for cannot be determined. I hope you find this video useful with all the inputs, comparison of ages, averages and ages, and ratios. You can post your doubts in the comment box. Thank you for watching.